back to Empowering Humanity Through Music. I am your host / vocal coach, Stephanie Thompson, and I'm so excited to be here another week. It's November, yay! We're heading into fall and winter, and the seasons are changing, and it's beautiful outside. It's just a lovely time of year. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am. So we've talked a lot about healing through music. We've heard various stories about it. Please, I ask you to, when you hear something you like, make a comment on it. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you're thinking. I want to know where you're coming from because that's going to help me teach you better. So just give me some feedback. Send me a private message, whatever you want to do. And if you really want to get to know me more, you can go to empoweringhumanitytv.com/Stephanie, and you can get to know me through my programs there and message me and all sorts of things. And you can also get hooked up with my newsletter. So that has some interesting articles and tips and techniques and things that will help you in your vocal life. So anyway, well, before I get to last week, for those of you maybe meeting me for the first time, my name is Stephanie Thompson. I'm a classically trained singer-songwriter. I am the entertainment director for Empowering Humanity TV show and networking events and the main performer. I've had many, many years singing and teaching, and I hope that some of the things that I can share with you will help you in your singing life. Last week we talked about how to embrace your unique voice, and I gave you some tips of how you can do that. If you missed that session, you can go to the website, like I told you, empoweringhumanity.com/Stephanie, and you can check out my previous sessions. I have all sorts of different subjects on there, and you can see what they're all about. So how are you feeling today? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling empowered? Are you feeling ready to face the world and get out there and sing? I hope so. This is all about helping you do that. This week, we're going to talk about how to evaluate a vocal coach. But before we get into that, do you have your water? Are you lubricating? It's very important this time of year, especially in Vegas, because it's dry, right? It's always good to do that. So make sure you drink your water. Do you have your tool? Do you have a digital recorder? Something to track your progress, to track what you sound like, because we don't really know what we sound like. And if you have a recorder, you can kind of hear better, clearer what you sound like and see how you're progressing. Also, a metronome. A metronome is very helpful. It can keep you on track and on tempo when you're singing your songs, which is very important, especially if you want to be a karaoke singer. You have to stick with the way the melody is and the tempo it is. You don't have latitude to change it and adjust it, right? Also, what about that tool, the mirror? Are you using a mirror when you sing, when you practice? That is going to help you identify some of the things you're doing and really help you when you're looking at yourself. How are you coming across when you perform? Is your face uplifted? Are you frowning? Are you scrunching your eyebrows? All those kinds of things you can work on when you have the mirror. So that's just a few little tips and tools I like to bring out every session. Now let's get to this week's subject. How to evaluate a vocal coach. Well, first of all, let me say singing is very personal. It's very precious, and you're sharing a very important part of yourself, right? So my first tip is, when you're evaluating a vocal coach, you want someone that you vibe with, that you connect with, that you feel hears you, and really knows how to get to the heart of what you are as a singer. That's so important because vocal coaches, they wear a lot of hats, and sometimes they can be like even more than a vocal coach. Sometimes they delve into your innermost thoughts and feelings and get you out of your own way. And it takes a trust there to do that. So I had a vocal coach, I've trained with many people. And one of the things that I really liked about her when I met her was that even though she understood that I was a classically trained singer and that I had classical music to learn and sing, she understood that in my heart, I wanted to sing other genres of music too. And she embraced that about me. She loved that about me. And she empowered me to sing those other genres and enjoy them and enjoy my voice. And that was really special to me. My second tip for you is find out what kind of background they have. What is their education? What is their experience? See if they have testimonials from other students. That's going to help you see what kinds of things they teach. But this is a caveat. I will say, no matter how much experience or training a voice teacher might have, if they don't connect with you, if they don't feel you as a singer and as a person, it's not going to work. So you might have two vocal coaches, and you might look at one and say, well, this vocal coach has less experience. This vocal coach has worked at the Met and done all this other stuff. But we don't connect. I can't sing. I can't fully perform in front of this person because I don't feel that connection, and I don't feel like my soul is able to breathe. Well, then that's not a good choice for you. So look at the experience, look at the education, but also remember tip 1, look at the heart and see, is my heart really feeling this? Is this person someone who is going to understand me and be able to take me on this vocal journey, right? The third tip is, how do you feel after the voice lesson? Do you feel uplifted? Do you feel like you learned something? Do you feel like they heard what you had to say? Do you feel like they helped you in any way? I've come out of some voice lessons feeling as high as a kite, like I could conquer the world. That is a beautiful feeling, and that is what I wish for you. You want to feel like you can do anything. You have anything in your power when you come out of your voice lesson. You know, sometimes you have to work through hard stuff, and it might be a little frustrating, but at the end, you should feel like you accepted a challenge and you rose to the occasion. You shouldn't feel depressed. You should feel uplifted. So that's another good mark of a vocal coach that's going to work for you. Someone who can tell you the hard things that you need to learn, but can still lift you up and make you feel 100%, you know, when you're done. Yeah, that is so important. And my fourth tip for you is, how do you feel the next day? Does your throat hurt? Are you sore? What is your voice telling you? What is your throat telling you? What is your brain telling you? If you have a problem with your throat and it's sore and it hurts the next day, that's not a good sign. So I would really be very careful if you have that experience to kind of evaluate where you are and see if maybe you can find someone else and try them and see if you get the same kind of like throat hurting at the end. If you do, then it could be something else going on. But in general, if your throat hurts the next day, or if you feel it hurting the day of this voice lesson, that's not a good sign. And either you're not understanding what they're trying to teach you, and you're doing it in a different way than what they're expecting, or they're teaching you something that is not going to be good for you. So just be aware of those things as a student. And most of all, make sure you're having fun. Make sure that this is a time for you to really delve into your joy and your love of singing and have a magical experience. Because that's what it's all about. When it all comes down to it, if you're not having fun, what are you doing it for? Right? That's what I say. So I hope that this was a helpful vocal session for you. I always enjoy hearing from you. Please send me your private messages. Please let me know what you're thinking. I want to know what you're thinking. I want to know how you felt, like, about what I taught. You know, did it help you? Is there something else I can do? Because I'm here for you. So just remember that. And I will be here next week, next Thursday at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I will be teaching a new lesson. And for now, keep singing and keep enjoying your voice. And you have a great weekend. Bye-bye.